Rick's Diecast Racing, home of the Comet Tail Raceway, is proud to present We Are Racing Season 6. As the eyes of the universe are upon us, let's get ready to meet our first 4 cars that will be competing in this season. Good luck to all who entered. This should be a fantastic season. Let's do it now. Back to defend his championship is Mo Howard Jr. in Long John, the 2012 Plymouth, weighing in at 40 grams. Next we have Captain Kelly, driving Caddy, the 2009 Cadillac, weighing in at 35 grams. And from Grip and Soul Diecast Motorsports, it's Grip and Soul. He'll be driving Redneck, the 2009 Ford F-150, weighing in at 46 grams. And lastly, joining us in this opening round is gonna be Aramis Rodriguez, driving RIP in the 2007 Chevy GT, weighing in at 33 grams. We are glad to be back, and starting us off up front is going to be Long John on the inside, Caddy on the out. In the back row, we're going to have RIP on the inside and Redneck on the out. Good luck to all involved this season. We are racing. It's a tight group. Now Caddy gets a big lead going there. And look at Redneck falling in right behind him. Coming down here to that Widowmaker run. We got 2 cars way out front as we come down here to the end, as it looks like it is going to be Caddy, Redneck, Long John, and then IREP. There he is. Caddy and Redneck look super strong in that last race. Let's see what happens here in race number 2 of this first heat of the night. And they're off and racing, and it is Caddy out to a bit of lead. And here comes Redneck again, right on his tail. Is this going to be a repeat of that last race? I don't know. It sure does look like it, folks. Yes, as RIP is way behind yet again. Coming down here to the end. Oh, hard hit Caddy, Redneck, Long, RIP. Second race of the season, and already our new finish line is taking a beating. Look at this. Bam! Caddy hits it. Redneck sends him flying through the air. We had cars flying through the air. Chaos going all over the place there. As Rest in Peace is way behind. It's been the Caddy and Redneck show here, the first 2 races of this heat, folks. Let's see what happens when we get ready for race number 3. We are racing. And it is Redneck out to a bit of a lead. And RIP puts in a block on everybody back there. Uh-oh, our returning champion Long John's been taken out. Looky here, you got Caddy trying to make a move around RIP, coming down here to the Widowmaker run, and he gets taken out. That's why it's called Widowmaker run, folks, as it's going to end up being Redneck and RIP. It looks like Caddy and Redneck's moving on to the bonus rounds this week, but who will win out between RIP and Long John? As we are racing. And Long John's got the advantage up there. Can he hold on to it? Uh-oh, maybe not. Here comes RIP really battling it out with him. Nope, Long John moves all the way into second place. After all that commotion back there, we come down here to that final straight. Here we go. Yeah, RIP's way behind here. As it is going to be Redneck, Long John, Caddy, and RIP. Folks, this could have turned out much differently. I'm not sure what Caddy was up to here. We're going to watch this first part of this race. You're going to check it out here. As you got Long John out front, but he goes to the outside. But watch Caddy up here. He puts in a block. I think he's trying to block out Long John. I think he wants to get the returning champion out early, but it did not work. The returning champion is just too strong as he plowed right past him. I think that's what he was trying to do, and that actually ended up hurting RIP. Caddy really wanted that returning champion Long John out of here, and it did not work. And it is Redneck and Caddy moving on to the bonus rounds this week. Is our returning champion Long John barely edges out RIP and earns himself a right to come back and defend that championship for one more week here, folks. Let's meet our next 4 cars competing tonight. Our first car to join us in the second heat of the night is the V-Man from Norman Byrne Racing. He'll be driving Kansas, the 2019 Volvo. Next we have Bean, the 2011 BMW M3 GT2. Up next we got Craigster Sr. from Hot Nuts Diecast, driving Bananarama, the 2020 Corvette, weighing in at 31 grams. And our special guest car is Zach Cooper, driving Z-Force. He'll be driving for Mike Noble, Wild Mike Noble, in the 1957 Chevy. Second heat of the night. Up front, we're going to have Kansas on the inside, Beam on the out. In the back row, we're at Bananarama on the inside. Z-Force on the out. We are racing. What a tight group we have here as it is Bean taking the lead and followed up by Kansas City. And there goes Z-Force moving into second place with a nice little pass right there. Coming down here in the Widowmaker run. Here we go. It is going to be Beam, Z-Force, Kansas, Bananarama. Beam with the early advantage taking the first lap. Let's see what happens here in lap number 2, folks, as we are racing. It is Beam out to a bit of a lead, and here comes Z-Force making his move in there. Oh, looky there, Bananarama moves all the way up to first place. Down to this Widowmaker run they go. Down to the final stretch they go. What a run by Bananarama here, as it is going to be Bananarama, Beam, Z-Force, Kansas. What a race that was, folks, as we check it out one more time. Bean had a nice little bit of a lead there, but lucky there you got Z-Force trying to make a move. Bean gets a little sloppy, and that really opens up the door there for Bananarama to come charging through to take over that first place spot, even as they come down here to that final run. Man, was this a close finish. Check that out. Everybody tightened up there to the end. We've now reached the midway point of this heat, and Kansas needs to get it going here if he's falling back. And we're off and racing. Bananarama's battling it out there with Z-Force, and Z-Force takes that lead, which kind of surprises me because Bananarama's a pretty fast car, but Z-Force just has better handling. Here comes Bean trying to make a charge down here. Down to the end, it is going to be Z-Force, Bananarama, Bean. And Kansas decides to pull over on the side and say hello to our new little friend there on the side. I know people from Kansas are friendly. I'm from Kansas, but man, we don't need to be pulling over on the side of the road talking to little alien dudes when we got a race going on, and we're off and racing now. As Z-Force gets spun around there, that may cost him. Kansas moves into second place. Beam is now falling way back there. Oh, here he comes. He's coming down here to that. Oh, look at Beam making a big charge right there. Coming down here to that end. It is going to be Z-Force up front, but look at Beam trying to make a move. He does make a move there for second place. Let's check this out again, folks. Holy cow, what an ending to that race. As it was Z-Force that got spun around in Kansas. Moves into second place. Like I said, he puts in a block there on Bananarama, which really slows him down. Slows down everybody, which allows Beam to just come flying in there to take over third place. Now he comes down here. Now he's going to battle it out for second. Look at this late charge to get a second place finish. Freeze it. He just edges out Kansas. Followed up by Kansas, then Banana. So it is going to be Z-Force and Beam joining Redneck and Caddy in the bonus races this week. As Bananarama will be back next week, we'll see him again. But Kansas has now been eliminated. And folks, I'd like to take this chance to remind you to join Custom Carnage Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're having a great time over there. Make sure you check it out. Let's get back to racing. Starting us off in our bonus racing action tonight. Up front, we're going to have Redneck on the inside, Z-Force on the out. In the back row, we have Beam on the inside, Caddy on the out. We are bonus racing. What happened to Beam? He just got held up there on that start gate. That's never happened. Oh, looky there. You got... Oh, wee! Oh, check that out. Z-Force was doing all kinds of spinning. Well, hey, here comes Beam. Down here to the end we go. It is going to be Redneck, Z-Force, Caddy, and then Beam. That was crazy. All right, folks, let's slow this way down. We're going to actually freeze it right here. What happened to Beam? What? Okay. Well, I guess Beam, I just found out Beam got a phone call from his wife, and she wanted him to stop off at the grocery stores when he's done playing with his cars. Okay, anyway, let's go back to looking up. That's what happened to Beam up there on that start gate. He had to put on the brakes, but he did end up joining the race here again. Check out Z-Man here. I don't know what Z-Force was doing. You got Redneck trying to make his move around. Look at there, he gets sideways, gets all kinds of a major blockage here. Watch this little tricksy dude he does down here. Boing, boing, and a complete spin around, which allows Redneck to move into first place. That was some fancy driving there by Z-Force. I don't know if he's trying to showboat here in the bonus points, but I'm telling you folks, we need these bonus points. There is Beam just rolling down the track now. It was Redneck that took the first lap of the night here in the bonus racing action as we are off and racing again. And this time it's going to be Beam out there out front. But looky here, look at Redneck come charging up there in the first place. He is one fast truck, folks, as we come down here to that final run. Here we go. It is going to be Redneck, Beam, Z-Force, Caddy. Will Redneck's dominance continue here in this bonus racing? I'll tell you what, folks, he has looked really good the first two races, and we are racing again. And once again, it is Beam out front. And, oh, looky there, Redneck gets pushed over on the side. He's going to get held up there on that killer straight as Beam is pulling further out here, going into that Widowmaker run down here to the end. It's going to be Beam, Z-Force, Caddy. Let's check out the action again up here at the top of the Comet. As we come down here, we're going to see if we can see what happened there to Redneck as he just gets pushed over to the side. And look at Z-Force moving into second place here, picking up those very valuable bonus points that are going to come in real handy as we go along. A rare DNF by Redneck last time, as all these cars are still picking up some nice bonus points here. As we are racing one last time for the night. It's a tight group coming into that first set of turns, and you got Caddy taking the lead here going into Armageddon corner. Oh, Beam's trying to pass up the powerful Redneck. Redneck gets spun around, he gets flipped over. He's going to have another DNF here, folks. It's going to be Caddy and then Beam. Let's go ahead and check out the replay one more time here tonight, folks, in our final race of the night, as it was a good one. Coming down to that first set of turns, then you get a little loosey right there by 3 of them, and they get it back and corrected. Now watch, Beam trying to make a charge here on Redneck. Redneck in turn tries to make a charge on Caddy and gets this flipped over right there on that Widowmaker run. Come down here, you're going to see, we freeze it right there. Z-Force gets caught up on the end as he got caught up back there with all that stuff. And Redneck gets flipped over and takes up his second DNF in a row. What a quote, one of the most inspirational movies of all time, and a movie that holds a special place in my heart. If you ain't first, you're last. And that's exactly what happened to Redneck there, as he took first in the first 2 races, and then 2 DNFs right behind us. So if you ain't first, you're last. But it was Beam with 12, Redneck with 10, Caddy with 10, Z-Force with 8. All 4 of them picking up some nice bonus points. But let's find out who tonight's big winner is. Well, even though he did struggle in our bonus racing tonight, it is going to be Redneck is our big winner. He put on a nice little bit of a show for us, but folks, these points are pretty dang tight. This could be one heck of a season here, as we still got a long way to go, but you'll see it's Redneck and Beam right there neck to neck. Z-Force is right behind him with 23, and Caddy right behind him at 22. And then Banana Ram and Long John, rest in peace, is eliminated, and Kansas is eliminated. Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed this presentation, and we hope to see you back here in 1 week from tonight for another We Are Racing, and on Tuesday for our Custom Carnage. As always, we'd like to thank everybody you see here on the screen, and thank you all for joining us. Until next time, race fans, happy racing!